Aston Martin DB2.
Oh, DB2!
Hello everyone, welcome to episode number 28.
Number 28, Christmas edition.
A Christmas edition,
Yes.
Christmas 2020. So a lot of things have happened in this 2020.
It has been an
Including-
action-packed year, hasn't it?
28 lives and 12 Hearns live at home.
At home.
12 I think was, about 12 or
Yeah,
13.
yeah.
So
Very cozy.
we've been live 40 times, which is almost a full year, which is
Yeah.
great. It's been fantastic. So let's give it a few minutes. I see Tony coming live now. Hi Tony, good to see you.
Hello.
Give it a few minutes, a few more coming through. Today is going to be a very special episode.
Yeah,
I
so
think,
it's
we
going to
hope.
be a bit more relaxed. It's
Absolutely.
coming, towards, start of the festive season.
That's our plan here.
That's it.
That's the
It's
plan.
good.
So we started the plan this morning at 9.
Yep.
And yet to
Blank page.
it's a blank page. So it'll be
Anything
interesting.
can happen.
Absolutely.
Yep.
So today we're going to talk about a few new things that have arrived just a minute ago.
Yep.
But then we're going to do a run through our best products for the 2020. So we're going to have a few guests coming through as well. So it'll be interesting, be fun.
Yep. A few different faces.
You will see a few different faces, and make sure you bombard them with questions if you can.
Yeah.
And
Hit them up.
hit them up and
Yep.
see what happens. So first thing first, the Velodrome is now official. There is a date.
Velodrome is official.
It's happening.
It is.
So
So yes.
I think it's the
Velodrome.
23rd or
Yes.
21st, 23rd of January.
23rd, yep, so that's a Saturday. So from what I understand, so that would be the Australia Day long weekend. So it's a Saturday on that weekend. So with any luck, a lot of people are going to have a long weekend and keep the Saturday free. It's going to start from, I think, midday, go on into the early evening. Because unfortunately, they haven't got the lights working anymore.
Yes.
Because we used to run all the way into midnight. But they're the old days. So new days we'll be running when the sun's shining.
Absolutely. So
Yes.
looks like quite a few people are getting their cars ready.
Yes, that's right.
Be really interesting. There's all kind of cars ready.
Yep. Well, I brought in one of the old cars. Now, some of you may have seen this car, which I quickly showed on one of the lives at home. So this is a car which was custom made by Adam Truan,
Right.
a good friend of mine. Would have been maybe 15 years ago.
Wow.
Now, looks pretty good, I guess. There you can see that it's actually a regular touring car body that's been chopped down quite a lot, so it's sitting very low. But special bits are mainly inside. So we'll just quickly take off the body.
Look at that.
Now this,
it's a big carbon plate.
That's right. So he started off with a huge carbon sheet, 2mm thick, and he's cut this one piece chassis. So you can see from the bottom, perfectly smooth.
Yeah.
And then on the back he's bent up this plastic ground effects tunnel, just there. Now this particular one's it's a front wheel drive. It was built out of bits from his associated TC3 touring car. So it's got the front motor.
The classic blue associated shocks and parts there.
Yep. And he's got the servo just mounted at the very, very front here. A simple direct linkage system.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Brett wants me to drive this around.
I don't know. No,
it's got a bit of sentimental value.
This has become a collectible now.
So yeah. So, I don't know. That's yet to be decided. Maybe, maybe not.
Yes.
But I do have a different car that's going to be put together.
Ooh.
That I know works well. Just needs a little bit of tweaking, and we'll have that ready.
Absolutely.
So it's just on just short of 1 month away. Make sure you go to the events page.
Yes.
And then if you register on the events page that you're interested, you'll get reminders of when it's coming up.
Absolutely.
And then also join the RC Thunderdome Facebook page too for all the full information.
Definitely. So we're also trying to be live at the event. We'll see if we can make that happen, but definitely there will be some, some footage. But hopefully we can live stream the event or some of it.
Yep.
So we'll need, we've got part of the technology, but not all of it.
Yep.
So we need a few more cameras, perhaps, so we can add different angles.
Yep.
But we'll see if we can be there.
It'll be awesome.
Live streaming.
There's a lot of people that have never ever seen a Velodrome race.
Let's give it a second. Looks like the stream on Facebook is now happening.
Yeah, it looks like it's not connected. I'm just sending a message so people can view it on YouTube instead. It's
right.
a false issue.
Okay, well, so for those that are on Facebook, I guess you're gonna have to jump on YouTube. Okay, let's give it a second so we get hopefully pick up a few on YouTube. So,
Oh well, technical issues. What can you do?
absolutely. Can we restart the live there?
It's the integration. It'll take too long.
Shall we continue on?
We should continue on, I think.
Okay.
So, that's what you ran 15 years ago. We'll see what you have for 2021.
Yes.
I'm not sure what I'm going to have. I'll have a GT ready by then.
Well, your GT is getting prepared now, I think.
Absolutely.
Yes.
So, looks like it could be a GT. We could try to run the X-Max as well.
X-Max will be cool.
X-Max 8S.
Yeah, they'll be guaranteed to go around, no problem.
And over the fence as well, if need be.
It'll run along the fence vertically.
Along the fence, over the fence, and through the fence.
Yeah, it could be, yeah.
So it'll be very interesting.
Yes.
So, what else we have here? So, we have someone preparing here. Zilio is preparing an Obeo VTE for the Thunderdome, so that'll be good. Really good.
Yeah, there's an 8-scale base, I think. So 8-scale base cars work really well there.
Definitely.
Yep.
So that kind of buggy GT car.
Yeah. Something with a bit of suspension movement is pretty good.
Yeah, and a bit of weight too.
Yeah.
That helps.
Yeah, a bit of stability.
So,
yeah.
Well,
So some of the boys, so the Tonys and I think Tim went out there last weekend to check it all out. So they've worked out a good spot to drive from. So traditionally we used to drive along the straights, but it looks like we'll be driving along the curves.
Right.
Because we've got this big container in the centre. So that sort of obscures a little bit of view from the side. So it'll be different for the oldies like me that have driven on the other side. But for anyone new, it's all going to be a new experience. It's all going to be good.
Definitely.
And the surface apparently has been repaired a bit. So one 12-scale pan car should be a go. So if you've got a 12-scale pan car, which a lot of people will do and hardly ever use,
absolutely,
bring it out and have some fun because we'll love to see them go around.
Good. So jump on Facebook and the Facebook event. Make sure you subscribe so you get all the updates. There'll be a lot of activity coming up in the next 3 or 4 weeks. So you got a bit of a Christmas break to get ready. It'll be really cool.
Yeah.
So
and we'll make sure we put up updates on photos and stuff of our projects too.
Absolutely. So do so. Where are we? Marley, you're here for your stint. Come through. All right. Change your plan. So
So
like me, Marlin.
Oh, hey everybody! Merry almost Christmas.
Yep.
Almost Christmas.
Almost
getting close.
Christmas.
-1.
That's right. -1.
Well, some is already Christmas.
Yeah, in some places it would be. Yeah.
Absolutely. So, well, so this is the second last episode for the year, and we thought to bring in a few of us and just have a talk through on, I don't know, your favorite product for the year or something exciting that you want to present.
Yeah.
Favorite product of the year? That's a tough one because we've had a lot of really exciting,
Absolutely.
cool stuff this year. But I thought I would show you guys what I thought was my favorite so far this year.
It's a book.
So far. It's a book. The Book of KATO. So Chicago, Burlington, and Quincy, or Burlington Railway as it was called.
Yep.
EMD E5A and Silver Streak passenger car set. So
This is beautiful.
really, really lovely representation of Art Deco streamlining, like
Wow.
one of the early passenger steam locomotives.
It's got a really nice finish
diesel
to it.
locomotives. But I love the detail on it. I love that sort of everything was included in the box.
Yeah.
Yeah. The silver, it's extremely silver. It's really shiny.
Stainless steel.
Stainless steel,
Bud,
yeah.
Bud was a manufacturer of nice passenger carriages at that time.
Right.
They specialized in stainless steel construction.
Wow.
And they're very, very top of the line
So
at that time.
definitely crispy finishing for this one. There's some interior details as well. Really, really nice.
It's
kit.
amazing. I don't think I really had a good look at this before.
Definitely.
I can see why it's one of your favourites.
So obviously KATO is a leading manufacturer of N-scale railway products.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, to
Yeah.
point out, it's N scale, so quite small. Very small gauge. Some of these would be maybe about, I don't know, 15 centimeters long.
Yeah, about that.
If that. Yeah, but it's a whole train, quite a large train, and I
Absolutely.
just think it looks awesome.
It will look awesome. You'll need a big
Yeah.
layout to fit all this in.
I'll need to expand what I've got.
I think you do. A shanty yard is not going to count for this.
No,
Really.
no, it doesn't really fit.
What I like of KATO, they have all these books to contain the trains, which is really nice also
Yeah.
for storage purposes.
Yeah.
When we went to Japan 3 years ago, you go into these shops and have like what they look like library full of KATO books, but
Yes.
they're all different trains, which is very effective for space.
For sure. I mean,
probably-
those places look tiny, didn't they? Like
Absolutely.
a little room.
Very neat, very neat. So this is your pick for 2020.
Yeah, it was
I agree.
it was a tough one, but this was it for me.
I
yeah.
think one that I really like that you can probably put more context is actually this one.
Oh, that
was one of my
rocket.
favorite actually. The little rocket.
that was definitely a close second.
I
Very
think so.
close second. So that was one of the very first steam locomotives ever.
Yes.
George Stephenson was a very famous engineer who built the Liverpool and Manchester, and this was his design.
Right.
And Hornby did release a model of this decades ago, but they decided to do a brand new tooling, brand new model this year, celebrate their 100th anniversary, and it's super nice.
They've
It's
done a
super
really good
great
job.
detail.
The detailing is phenomenal, and obviously this is part of the centenary edition. So
That's
Hornby
right.
was 100 years of Hornby this year,
Yes.
and so they released a huge amount of limited edition products, and this was one of those, obviously.
Yeah, you get the carriages. They're really nice because they sort of link together with like simulated chains, just like the real thing. And even though it's really tiny, it is double L gauge, and it works on all the Hornby
Yes.
track. But even given its really tiny size, it runs really good.
Really
It
well.
does.
Because we
Yeah.
had one of these running. We took a video of it.
Yeah, we
we
did.
Yeah. It's really nice how you got the what do you call the conrods
Yeah,
moving back and forth because they're quite noticeable on this.
you can even put a DCC chip in the little barrel, the fuel
right,
barrel.
yeah.
So DCC capable, and,
Yep.
Wow.
and it's pretty amazing.
Brilliant.
Actually,
So
yeah.
very interesting year for modern railways.
Mm.
Also for Hearns in the railway, we actually changed the shop. So railway is now at the front.
That's
Big
right.
change, historical change, I guess.
Yes. Well, it's been decades like this, hasn't it?
Absolutely. So
Yes.
we shifted the front, and we start having a lot more new products. Actually, you know, the
Mm.
Bachmann range expanded recently with train sets as
Mhm.
well,
Yes.
which are very, very nice. We actually did some YouTube videos just recently to present them because they
That's right.
do come out really, really nice, and all the centenary stuff, and then our scenery range is
Yeah, Woodland Scenic
expanded too.
and
Mm.
all sorts of other brands. We just really have that area covered pretty well, I think.
Absolutely, absolutely. So excellent,
Great. Thank you.
Thank you,
and
Marlon.
Merry
Good to see you.
Christmas to you guys.
very good.
Thanks
Thank
for
you.
sharing that.
Oh, you're welcome.
All right, so meanwhile, we forgot to mention about the car. I don't know
Yep.
if you have too many people watching us. There's a few I can see there, but let's see if anyone can start guessing what car we have at the front here.
Big silver one.
Is a silver.
Yep.
Silver color, really nice.
Really
It's,
smooth.
It's a bit of a special one.
It is.
They're all very special indeed, but this is very, very special. So, cool. So we ticked the Velodrome, we spoke to Marlin, and now we should introduce Scale75.
Scale75, yes. Okay, so Scale75 is a Spanish company. They do a lot of paint and also figurines,
Yes.
kits, and other sort of modeling materials. So we've just got our first lot of Scale75 paint. So I'd like to show you this one here. This is the
Premium set.
premium set. Okay, so it's a lovely wooden box.
Yes.
And then I'll quickly open it up. So you've got a little handle here. See how thick it
Actually,
is?
Extremely heavy, actually.
It is. So
Pretty
this
well built.
has every single color available in the range. Now this particular series of paints is the Artist Acrylics. So this one here, that's just a wet palette. So
Yes.
that just sits in the front here. And then I might just
Can
lift
lift
it
it up
up
a bit.
there. You might be able to see it. So that's the first row of colors. Now, the great thing about the system is there's only 48 colors in
Right,
the
in the
system.
range.
Yeah, and then they're never going to be expanded. So the great
That's it.
thing is, you don't. If you get a lot of the colors, you don't need to constantly buy new
Yeah.
colors. And the other thing is, it also teaches you about color theory. So you mix your own colors.
Mixing colors, yes.
Yep. So it's hence the artist range. So it's a very high density pigment.
Yeah.
And you might be able to see. I'll pick one up. They come in these tubes.
Which is
Okay, so it's a metal tube like so. You get 20 mils in each tube, but this is where when you just compare mils,
Yes.
it's not the same between brands because everything has a different consistency.
Yeah.
This is actually incredibly creamy and thick,
yeah.
and you water it down with thinners or water
Water.
to get the consistency you want.
Right.
So this particular 20 mils, by the time you mix it down to a working brushable consistency,
Then it's a
would
lot of
probably,
paint.
yeah, it'll probably be equivalent of 40 or more mils.
Wow.
And then if you airbrush it, then you'll be mixing it again, probably 50-50,
50-50,
which
yeah.
will expand it again to say 80 to 100 mils.
Wow.
So that's where the difference in this particular paint, it gives you a lot of versatility because you can use it straight like that, really thick, and it'll give you a particular texture. And then if you want to make it into glazes, it's very easy to do
Right.
with thinner and the water. So of course you'll be able to get these as individual tubes. And quite a lot of the colors, they use the traditional names of the pigments. So you got
Right.
titanium white and burnt sienna and such. And you'll see that a lot of the true artists that paint figures and
yes.
such always refer to those sort of paints.
Original names, yeah.
Yep. And you'll be able to find a lot of recipes for doing different colors.
Different colors.
Now, if I pull out this
First
is,
tray?
Yep, that's the first tray.
Yes.
If I can just hold it like that. So you see, you get your first lot of 24 colors, and then there's a bottle of thinners, and then a bottle of retarder.
Yep.
So basically, the retarder is just to give it more brushing time, gives you a smoother finish. Yep. And then there's an acrylic brush. So basically, this is acrylic pen. So you fill it up with a thin dilution,
Yep.
and then the end of it's like a brush. So you can use that for doing washes and such. There's a couple of sable brushes in there as well, a size 0 and a size 1.
And then,
And then over here, okay, so you've got the refill papers for the wet palette. So you've got the wet palette here. If you're not too sure what a wet palette is, then we've got the tutorial on YouTube.
yeah.
Yeah. So that just keeps all your paint moist, and you can seal it away and keep using it for a few
Right.
days. And then here is the
Second level.
lot, like so. So if you get one of these sets, this will have you covered for years on years.
Definitely.
So one little tube would easily last you many years.
Yeah.
Even the white will last you years. So once you thin it down and use it, it's a very smooth, it's a very gentle paint to use. I find it's really easy to brush paint. And then of course you can airbrush it as well, which increases the versatility again.
Absolutely.
So the only other thing I would consider with these, would you probably want some surface primer. And that's it.
Definitely.
And you're ready to go. Nice little set.
Very
Packs
good.
away very easily, like so.
And it's good. There's only 48 colors really, because some of the ranges are expanding way too much. You know,
That's
it's
right.
getting very easy, very difficult to manage for
Yes.
everyone really.
That's
Because
right.
often the colors are really similar, just a tiny bit of a different color. With white, you can lighten or darken a color,
That's
and
right.
off you go, rather than having 6 different shades of the same color effectively.
Yeah,
So
that's right.
very good little product.
Yes, for sure. So with that, so that's the full set, but they also have smaller sets as well. So that's that. I'll pop it back up here. Okay, so here's a range of smaller sets. Okay, this one's very interesting because this one is the skin tone set.
Yes.
Now, a lot of people always have trouble mixing up skin tones.
Yeah.
And then on the back, they show you all the different colors that you use. So they give you 6 in here. You've got different flesh tones, and then you've got the black, the greens for the shadows, and then there's also browns for the tan type finishes. But with this set here, you'll be able to do any flesh on any particular figure.
Right.
So little ones or big ones. This one here, this one they call Empire of the Sun. So this has got the golden colors. So this is gold type armor or any of the sort of yellow tones. So they're all in this one.
That's really good actually.
Yep. And then you've got a red one. So you've got the thin red line. So if you're doing like uniforms and such, it's got all your shadow tones or your highlight tones. So again, 6 different colors there. This is a basic set.
Yep, basic colors. We got white and blue.
So you got all the primaries.
Yep.
So if you start with this one, you can theoretically mix any color you want. Okay, so you got black and white for your tones, and then you get your blue, your yellow, and your red, and then there's a brown as well for getting the sort of military tones. And there. We've got the shades of grey. Okay, so shades of grey is great for white and grey type uniforms, or you could even just do black and white painting, which a lot of people do.
Yes, good.
So black and white painting is it's really educational because it teaches you a lot about shadows.
Yep.
So that's that one there. Then you got the green one. So they call this one the Green Mile. So for goblins and such. So for your fantasy figures, perfect there. Full green range. There's Sweet Dreams. So this one's sort of steampunky.
Yes.
So you've got sort of brighter colours. There's like a mauvey purple. You've got your creams, and then some of the greens.
Okay.
Wuthering Heights.
Yep.
Yep. So this is all the earthy tones.
Yep.
So we've got this Confederate on the front here. Again, 6 different colours here with all the different brown tones. And then the last set is Ocean 6. So this one's got all the blue tones in it. So perfect if you're doing fantasy figures of a particular colour range.
Yep.
So you get this and it will just cover all their armour or all their clothing. Beautiful. So that's the Scale 75 artist range of paints, and pretty sure they'll be available very shortly. We just received them today.
Should be online by now. They should be available.
Yes, and then of course you can get all the individual colours.
Correct.
They come in your
Yeah, you can refill and restock or pick whatever you like. Really.
That's right.
So
there's palettes, there's the thinners.
there's a few accessories, some brushes, and
and
all that kind
and
of stuff. Really. So.
Yeah.
Brand new range.
Yeah, really good.
Just arrived.
So I guess
There we go.
over the next few weeks we'll be going into some tutorials and showing you what it's all about.
Yeah.
And how it can improve your modelling.
Excellent. Yeah. Very good.
Okay.
Okay, so that's probably the last arrival for 2020. Okay, what else? Who do we have here? We've got someone fucking Zed in.
Hello.
Hello. Hello.
Hey guys, how are we?
Good. Coming to
Welcome.
camera.
Wow, what a year.
Welcome.
Welcome. Hello everybody.
For those that don't
How
know,
are
this is Brett.
I am Brett indeed.
And what do you do?
What
do you like?
I like to play with RC cars, you know, that's my thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
So,
I've been here, 6 months now,
so
enjoying
6
it.
months? Good.
Yeah, a lot to learn, a lot to take in. Yeah, really enjoying it so far.
Good. So what have you got for us today?
Yeah, what's your
favourite pick?
Have you touched on the Velodrome yet or not?
We talked about it a bit, but you can talk more if you want.
Wow, my contribution is going to be setting up one of these bad boys. Can't really see what it is, just a black box.
And who's going to drive it?
Well, I'll drive it and I'll let Nick crash it.
Yeah, okay. I'm the crash expert.
That's right.
He's the only one to scratch your body yet.
That's right. Put it on its lid in the first time. That's okay. That's what they're for, isn't it?
Indeed. To
So
protect
we're gonna-
electronics.
We're going to build an 8-scale GT racer. And yeah, and we're going to put with this...
Well, this is pretty exciting because
This is
just
really
arrived.
new. This is really
This
new.
is dear to my heart because it's a class that we're trying to get off the ground here in Victoria. It hasn't really been established before, the 8-scale GT class.
It's pretty decent, isn't it?
This is a phenomenal body. Look at that.
A new addition to the Bittydesign range, and it's a monster. It's a beautiful looking McLaren, I suppose, sort of esque sort of body. Don't know if we can. You can't really see all the details on it because it's clear.
Still. But even on the window, you can see the side window.
Yeah, and it's got the rivets and fuel caps, and it's really nice. It's got like little ribs over the front here, which is really going to help, you know, keep the front end nice and firm and keep it. Yeah, I think it's going to be really good.
It's definitely got a good feel.
So hopefully we can get this powered up to 8 cells and ripping around the Velodrome.
8 cells. So this will go against the X-Max, isn't it?
Really? Yeah. Is the X-Max going to go around the Velodrome?
Absolutely.
At the same time?
It can be the tow vehicle.
It's the 8S category, isn't it?
It can be the tow vehicle to get this one started.
Exactly. It'll be really good fun.
So that's definitely my 2 favourite products of the year, and something I'm really looking forward to getting amongst in 2021 and beyond.
It's really good.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
So what colour is this going to be? So we started talking last night on the phone about the colour of this one.
Yeah, well, I've sort of got a bit of signature paint scheme that I usually do on all mine, and that's really just because that's the only thing I know how to paint. But yeah, I suppose we might even put it out there. But we really don't have that long. What, 4 weeks?
4 weeks to go.
4 weeks to go.
No,
spray it all white.
We wouldn't be able to see it. Luckily it's got the size behind it, but we're
spray
still
it all yellow.
I think it should be some white and some purple, really.
Put
Some
lights in
pearl white and some pink,
some pink
or
and
purple.
purple,
Yeah, I think so.
And I really think it needs a bit of carbon fibre to stay
think it
true
does.
to
Definitely.
the car on which it was probably styled on.
What about this idea? What if we split it up into 4 bits and we give 4 people all the chance to paint a little bit together?
A corner.
Yeah.
No, you don't like that.
That
Look
could-
at you,
that-
look
that
at
could
you.
be
So,
interesting.
because Nick's part will just be a bit of PS1,
Yeah.
a bit of spray can.
Yep.
Yeah, no, we've got,
No.
probably.
Or you might paint on the outside, like
Yeah,
your
I'll paint it on
crawler.
the outside, exactly.
No,
pearl
it's
white.
going to be fantastic. So yeah, really looking forward to getting that kit together. So yeah, stay tuned on the Facebook as well, because we will be I will be running through that step by step as I build it up and get it together to run not only at the Velodrome but hopefully at Lilydale next year, and who knows, maybe even around the country if the class can grow enough.
Pretty exciting, isn't it?
All right, guys. Merry Christmas. I'm out. Back to work.
Thank you.
Thanks for that.
Thanks
see
for
you, Brett.
having me.
Thank you. All right, this was Brett.
Alright, did we touch on this yet?
We haven't yet. Well, we did, but we haven't seen much action yet.
How about a different angle? Or,
Yeah, let's turn it a little bit.
Yeah, 3/4 from the back.
This is a very interesting car. Let's see if anyone there can help us. We're not back on Facebook, are we? No. Okay, cool. All right. So moving forward, we receive a new puzzle.
Oh, that's a brand
Brand
spanking,
new.
isn't it?
So I don't think many people have seen this yet. Was
No.
dropped off this morning by Chris from Melbourne. I love you.
Yes.
And he's been taking pictures of Melbourne for a long time. Very spectacular ones.
Yeah, he's got a unique style, hasn't he?
Absolutely. So if you jump on his Instagram page, is Melbourne I Love You. It's phenomenal. And in recent months, he's been turning some of his best pictures into puzzles.
Yes.
So that's the latest and greatest.
This is really nice because I used to always walk through this lane to get to work.
Yes.
Now, I haven't been doing it lately because most of the lane is closed off
Yes.
from where I enter. But during the day, it'll be still open up with all the
Absolutely.
cafes opening up again.
Very,
So
very-
this is centre place,
Yeah.
which is just a block and a half down over there.
Yes. And I have a couple of other ones of his recent work. I think this is the one that we received probably 2 weeks ago. That's Great Ocean Road. So that's a very nice place to go.
They're the 12 apostles.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, there should be the 12 apostles. So
Yep. There's only 4 left.
Yeah, there used to be 12. Since you can't travel overseas, that's a brilliant place to go to nearby. Not
Yes.
a big drive, and it's definitely worth visit. So that's the puzzle of it.
Yep.
And that's our station. Look at the colors.
That's amazing.
Really good puzzle. So great initiative, great
Yes.
project,
Yes.
and hopefully there'll be more coming. I think there are about 7 or 8 in the range now, and they've been really popular.
They all look great, and they're good fun. I mean, they're all 1,000 piece,
Yes.
so they give you quite a bit of a challenge, and then you get a really nice finished image afterwards.
Definitely.
So you
can frame it.
That's
and
right. Hang
put
it on the wall.
somewhere. Yes. So, and that's for puzzles. So that's a last minute gift.
Yes.
This is a puzzles.
That's really good. Then.
That does look really good. So Right, so what else we've got? Let's see, is anyone else waiting there? No, not yet.
No, no one in line yet.
No one in line yet. So, what else we have? Really? Oh yeah, there is someone waiting.
Oh, hello.
Are you coming?
Hello.
Yeah,
Oh,
perhaps
we hear
someone
a
is
voice.
coming. So,
All right,
let's
we'll
give
see
it a
if they'll
second
surprise us.
before we
Am I
jump.
allowed to have more than one favourite paint?
Oh my days,
Of
this is going to
course.
be 45
Of
minutes, I
course.
think.
Oh, look, you found.
All right, let's make some space
All
here.
right. Does anyone recognise the voice? Here he
There
comes.
you go. Welcome.
Oh, there you
Hello
go.
everybody, hello.
So, before we let you go into that,
Yeah.
we'll talk about the next topic.
Which is,
I think this is probably one of the
Oh,
most
yeah.
exciting things that happened in 2020,
by far.
Oh, yeah.
by far.
By
So-
far. This has been a huge leap. Bit of a learning curve, but
So,
wow. how
Warwick
much
is
fun
the
can
man
you have?
behind all these designs.
Primarily. With a bit of help from.
Yes, but it's you know, all this kind of stuff is something we
Yeah.
developed in the past probably 4 months, really.
Yeah, we've been
Been-
going pretty hard. We've
I've
been
been
pretty
thinking about this for many, many years.
It's been a bit of a
And
dream, isn't it?
Eventually, the dream came true, and
Yep.
the three of us effectively made this happen in the past 3 or 4 months. So definitely an exciting step for 2020. Probably one of the most exciting products for us as a
Yeah.
group, as a
Well, it's great to be, it's one thing to sell other people's things, but
Yes.
then it's a completely different thing to actually make your own things and
Absolutely.
and sell them on. And the possibilities are kind of endless, really. I mean, everything can be accessorized and upgraded and just made that little bit more individual, and a fantastic way to do
a
that.
little bit custom. And,
Yeah.
yeah, any scale possible, big and small.
Yeah.
So everything is possible. So coming in 2021, there will be a lot more stuff coming. So
Yeah, absolutely.
very, very exciting. So Hearns Workshop is our manufacturing division.
Yeah, check
And
it out.
it's,
Check it out.
Newly born project for us. So
Indeed. So it
All
turns
right.
out that I have more than 4.
You got a bit of
Favourite
a
thing.
stake
I think
here.
the limit
I
was
do,
a one.
I do have a bit of a stash, but I had to kind of look at what I'd actually finished this year, because this year was the crazy year and
Yeah.
a year of lots of unfinished projects. So I really wanted to concentrate on things that I actually finished,
Good.
number one, and things that I really enjoyed that I didn't expect to enjoy. So these are my things. I'll run
Cool.
through them very quickly.
Yeah.
In terms of new products, this
That's a bit of magic, isn't it?
this is magic in a bottle. I originally just bought it to create sort of like glassy, watery effects.
Yep.
And now I find I use it as a glue. I use it as a putty. I use it to create lens effects for like cockpits and
Wow.
lighting effects. There's so many uses for it. I really think even just get a bottle and
Try.
let us know what you can do with this stuff, because
So
it's
that's
really
the
quite
green
amazing.
Green stuff
UV
UV
resin.
resin. So it comes out clear. It's sort of like a molasses in.
Yeah, kind of molassesy.
consistency?
Yeah, you can actually, because you zap it with the UV light.
Yep.
It takes about 10 seconds to go hard. So, for example, I created a lens with it, and I just watched it create the shape that I wanted to, and then like literally just froze it in time. So
Yep.
it's got a
Wow.
nice sort of curvature to it. So
Give it enough time to get to the point you want, and then zap
yeah,
it.
yeah, it's great,
Wow.
and because it's like because it moves really slowly and it's instantaneous.
Yep.
You can create lots of effects with it. It's really
Very
cool.
interesting. So
And you can. I've also watered it down with lacquer thinners.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and just let it run,
Yeah.
and then just
zap it.
zap it and then create a water effect.
Oh, okay.
So
Oh, there you
yeah,
go.
yeah, pretty cool.
So a lot more tutorial to do on this one actually.
Yeah,
Get
so
on
there's
it.
lots of applications. So
There is, and I didn't expect to. I just bought it on a whim. So there you go.
UV
That's-
resin from green stuff.
Yes, very
Okay.
good. Get on
Alright,
it.
there's one. Yep.
One, two. You may have seen my version of this in the shops. It's the Sakura Wars Kobukai. This thing was so much fun. I fully hand painted it with acrylics, which is something new to me. I hadn't done that before. Done it a bit with lacquers, but not with acrylics. And the great thing about this is, one, it's Bandai, so it goes together like nothing.
Yep.
And secondly, it allows you to just let your imagination go crazy. You can turn it into whatever you want. And because it's based on a very obscure Japanese game, you don't necessarily have to be canon. You don't have to be canon about it. You can just sort of do whatever you want. So that's a really good. If you're used to, say, doing Machine & Krieger suits, or
It's steampunky, isn't it?
yeah, it's very steampunky, and it allows you to sort of go down that route. I mean, I did mine sort of all in brass, so
Yep.
Yep, that's really cool. I highly recommend
That
that.
was an impressive project from you. I really
Yes.
like that one.
It's been a popular. People who have come into the shop have really been drawn to it. And this was the other surprise too. I mean, I did the Wargreymon.
Yes.
This is the new one. This is the black Wargreymon. It's exactly the same except it's black.
Yeah.
But you cannot take a bad photo of this thing. It just it's got shelf presence like you wouldn't believe.
Yeah, I mean, it's big and it's got a lot of really interesting lines and details.
Yeah, it does.
Is this one the one you did with all the
With the-
SMS
with the color shifting,
Color
yeah.
shifting, yeah, that was impressive. That was very
Yeah,
nice.
it looks really good, and it does look good from really any angle, and
Definitely.
such a weird mix of, I don't know, what is it? A rhinoceros? It's a eagle? It's a
Everything together.
I don't know what it is. I don't care. It's pretty cool. It's very cool.
It's a bit like those monster suits that the Japanese used to wear in those movies from the 60s. It's got oversized feet.
Yeah, it's got that kind of
It's got this.
it's got that kind of vibe to it.
Yeah.
It's sort of a bit clunky but a bit vicious at the same time. So yeah, if you haven't built one of these and you're a bit and once again it's Bandai, so it goes together crazy nicely.
Yeah.
Give that a crack. I highly recommend it.
Yeah, it's cool.
And my
And
final
now-
thing, which is the most left field thing ever, because being a child of the 80s, I grew up with all the frogs and the foxes and the grasshoppers and all that.
Yep.
And then this baby came on and I went, do I want to go down that rabbit hole again?
Yes, you did.
I
This one's
did.
pretty special.
It is. And being in this shop, you start off in one part of the hobby and then all of a sudden you find yourself buying a train set. You know, it's nuts.
It's going to happen.
It's
That's
gonna,
the next one for
yeah,
you, train
yeah,
set.
yeah.
the train
The
set,
train
right?
set will be next.
Yeah.
Well, no, maybe something Japanese.
The
Maybe
Ultima, Kyosho
maybe
Ultima, is a
Kyosho.
must-have.
It's
a
look.
must-have.
This is such a nice car. And originally I was going to get the Fox, the re-release of the Nova Fox, because that's what I had when I was a kid. But then I thought, what's the point of getting what you had as a kid? Get
Yes.
what you aspired to have as a kid. And
Definitely.
so that's this one here.
So it looks like at Kilo Park there'll be potentially a class running
Yeah,
with this
I've
one
heard,
in the
I've
new year.
heard.
So if you have anything vintage, just keep an eye on the Kilo Club Facebook page.
Yeah.
And hopefully there'll be a class and you guys can bring down your car and have a spin.
I
It'll
think that'd be
good
really,
fun.
really
They're
fun.
good. They're good fun. For sure.
Yeah, 540 motors in them, so there's no real advantage. It's
Yes.
not, you're not playing a technological battle.
Okay,
You're just
yeah,
having a bit of fun.
Brilliant.
And the thing I liked about this as being a recovering industrial designer is that I actually really enjoyed the build. Like building models isn't my favourite thing to do. I like to paint, but somewhat ironically, this is the opposite.
Absolutely.
I really like to. I really enjoy just getting in there and building it and making sure all the gears meshed nicely and all that kind of stuff. So if you've got a little bit of a mechanical inkling, it's not. You don't have to. I mean, it's not difficult to build.
No.
Typical Japanese instructions are really succinct and you can't go wrong. But yeah, if you have a bit of a nostalgia bent, like many guys our age, not so
Yes,
much
yes.
many guys, yeah. Highly recommend it.
They've done a really
You'll
good
love
job
it.
on this because it's got exactly the same look as the original,
Mm.
but they've modified a few bits to bring it into the new age. So
Yeah.
they've beefed up the gears a bit for brushless.
Brushless, yeah.
And then they've got the inserts here for adjusting the roll centers,
Yeah.
which is stuff they wouldn't have had back then.
Mm.
And they've just tooled up some new bits for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, it's really neat. Yeah, there's so many metal parts in this. It's worth the upgrade over the Tamiya's, I think.
Brilliant.
Yeah, there you go. So there's
Excellent.
my favourite
Fantastic.
things.
Nice choice of
I
four.
Well
hope you
done.
enjoyed.
I
hope
really enjoyed
didn't-
this one.
Didn't bogart the stream too much.
Good stuff.
But there you go. And I'd like to, of course, wish everyone a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. I will be away making things.
Yay.
Yeah, and look forward to seeing you all in the new year. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks for showing
Thank
us all
you.
those.
No worries. Pleasure. Yeah.
All right, that was Warwick, and let's see if anyone else is going to come through. We don't know yet. Surprise, surprise.
Actually, Warwick's been really busy this year. He's built a lot more stuff.
I think so. He said he hasn't finished much,
No,
but
I
we should
started
probably
a lot
look at
of
what
stuff.
he's built.
I
He's
started
built
more
probably
stuff than
50.
I've ever started, and I haven't finished anything yet. But yeah, he's done really well.
Definitely, some
Yeah.
really impressive finished model. Actually, they're all in the display cabinets in the shop here. So if you pop by, come through and have a look at the cabinets. Definitely impressive. So.
Yeah.
Yes, so what have we got next? A few other things that we received. That's big.
That's
That's
big.
one of the big ones we received this year. Was the
Yeah.
Titanic this year? The Titanic was this year,
So
wasn't it?
Titanic, I think it was the beginning of this year, maybe.
Beginning of this year.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
quite a few big ships coming through this year.
So Enterprise is something that a lot of people have been asking about. I mean, the Hornet and stuff have been around for a while, but the Enterprise is just so much better known, I guess, even though it looks very similar to everything else. If you're looking for huge models, we do have a few people that enjoy the massive kits. It's over 1 meter long.
It's huge.
I think it's 1200.
Yeah.
And it's just full of bits. There's photo etch. There's all the aircraft to go on the deck. And then, of course, if you want extra aircraft, Trumpeter do make separate aircraft as well, so you can just jam pack it full of everything.
If you have the opportunity to jump on YouTube, you have the review video of the Titanic,
Yep.
which will be similar-ish in size, I believe.
Yes.
You know, just
yes.
to give an idea of what's in a kit like that,
Yep.
which is quite a lot. Browse through our channel. There's quite a bit of information there, and definitely the unboxing of the Titanic from Trumpeter still.
Yes,
So, yeah.
Trumpeter.
So
Yeah.
similar type of kit there. And what else do we have here?
Well, I haven't showed you what I picked for my favourite.
Here we go. That's BJ.
So-
Oh yes. Oh yes.
Well, this just came out, and I have to say, this is my favourite.
That
At least-
is phenomenal.
Yeah. I mean, I like big kits. I mean, that's a bit big for me. But a big car kit. I just love the way that there's so many aspects of making the kit come alive. So you need to concentrate on really nice shiny paintwork.
Yes.
And then there's also a little bit of weathering, because you'll be giving a bit of grit on the tyres, the engine bays,
Yes.
and then also the sides of the bodywork too, just to give it that realistic
Definitely.
run look.
Definitely.
And because this is, to me, I mean, this is a very early kit, but this was one of the game-changing kits of the time when
Right.
it came out in the late 70s. It had all the opening doors, opening front, rear panels. It had semi-transparent parts for the fan
Right.
on the engine.
As well. Wow.
Yeah, and they've just
Really
improved this
realistic.
again.
Yeah.
So all the original parts inside, but fresh decals from Cartograph, so
Yes.
printed in Italy, and then a whole thread of photo etch parts too. Add some
Definitely.
extra detail.
Definitely.
So that's my favourite for this year.
Brilliant. That is definitely was a welcome release.
Yes.
It's good to see it. To me, it's bringing back these big kits because there's not too many in the market actually.
No, not at all.
And
No.
we received the Porsche, which were Porsche 9.
So Porsche 934s.
3.4, yeah,
there
just
were two
early
of
in the
those.
year. A couple of those, and
Yep.
very, very popular. So great to see that one, and we are looking forward to see Tony's Porsche built. Actually,
Yes,
he
that's
picked
right.
up his 935 just was it yesterday or the day before.
That's
So
right.
we want to see some progress photos, Tony, very, very soon.
Yes.
So it'll be interesting to see that. And what else we have here? Well, I would like to touch base on if you do you have relative locomotives. So
Right here.
if you Rail is a new, it's not a new brand, but they entered the railway modelling market this year. They are part of the Bachmann branch line group, and they were famous to produce buses, I believe.
Oh, really? Okay.
And to the best of my knowledge, just recently they start manufacturing a range of locomotives, and they are surprisingly well detailed. Actually, we will do a bit of a review in the next few weeks, but this just came in recently, so that's another surprise for this year. It's a nice what is this one here? Is Bittydesign tank, Southern Black Sunshine. Very interesting. So new brand to keep an eye for, and
Very
it
cool.
will come through with quite a few releases actually by the look of it, and it's part of the Bachmann branch line group. So
Yeah, I like it. It's good.
definitely. What else do we have?
Let's see. What do we got? Well, I think some of the other people might be a bit shy coming in.
Yeah, I think we may have run out. Let's see if anyone is out there. No, not yet. So I think I've got a couple of things that I really like for this year. Do we go for the RC or do we go for the die cast? But which is not die cast. What's more special? I'll bring this one in first.
Oh, that's pretty special.
So most of you have seen this one. There's no news here. This is one of my favorite, but this is a really nice BBR model. We had this on the live before, but I think this is.
So why do you like this one so much?
I think it's the combination of the colors really.
Yeah,
the white
yeah.
is not even metallic. It's like a pure white,
It's very pure, isn't it?
and does give a very good contrast with the interior red. Makes it really nice. It's actually dark red, and then you've got the gold wheels, which does look quite nice on the white. So I think it's a very interesting combination of color.
Yeah, I think white works really well with it. I mean, white's one of those tricky colors because it shows up absolutely everything.
Absolutely.
It makes everything look big. You don't miss a thing. Not like black.
Absolutely.
Okay? It makes everything look a lot tighter and sleeker.
Right. And Ferrari needs to be red, really.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
this is probably one of the one that even in white with this combination of wheels
Yes.
and interiors, it does look very, very special. And this is a particularly limited edition. It's number 12 of 14.
Wow.
So very, very limited. So BBR has been issuing quite a few of these very unique combination of colors and wheels and interiors. And they do runs that can go even down to 2 or 3. It's definitely worth a look. So as usual, BBR quality, very well detailed. There are carbon fiber insets on the rear here.
Yeah.
And
Even on the front aprons, you can see the
front,
carbon fiber.
you can see the front here. So very nicely detailed. The interiors are super detailed. There are also the foot pedals.
Oh.
I didn't notice that before. You can see them down
Oh,
there.
you can. Yeah.
So there's 3 pedals there. 1, 2, 3.
Yep. Drilled pedals.
Yeah, drill pedals too. So it's one of these models that you really need to see in person to appreciate all the details. So definitely one of my favorite. So BBR has been coming through with way more releases this year, I think, and we actually been receiving most of them. So quite a few Ferraris, some new ones and some older ones,
Yes.
and some more actually on the way. So
That's very elegant.
that's very,
a nice,
very elegant
elegant
in my
pick.
opinion too.
Because I think the next thing you're going to show me is not so elegant.
Definitely not so elegant. So let's crack this one, which is reasonably delicate. I think this one wasn't live last week. This one has been live for the last few weeks. I think this is, I don't know, why do I like this? This is not 2020 release, but I went back racing as we reopened and it was a really good feel. So bringing it there again,
It's good.
definitely
Is
enjoyable.
this the one that we drove around in Japan, or was that a different one?
That got sold, but that's identical.
Oh, okay.
Actually, no, that was the SF1. That was the previous model.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, same body though.
Oh, okay.
So that's the body that I think Rob painted actually for me.
Okay.
So Rob,
Nice.
a couple of years ago, almost 2 years ago, painted this body for me. Then we took it to Japan, went to visit Yokohama, and this is back now. So back racing off-road this year, a little bit more, and definitely was enjoyable to go there at a Kilo Club again. We did a drive.
Yep.
After like 7 months in lockdown, it was a good feel. So I guess this is one of the feel-good type products.
Yeah, it's cool. I mean, I miss four-wheel drive actually.
Definitely.
So my first competition car was actually a Yokomo Super Dogfighter,
Here we go. Yes.
which I bought from here.
That's how it goes.
Yes.
So looks like Yokomo for 2021 is coming out with a strong lineup. We
They
actually
are.
just were on the phone 30 minutes ago with them just before the live,
Yes.
and it was a very interesting, positive conversation
Yes. So yeah, there's interesting things in
in the pipeline.
That's right, which we can't say because it's all secret, but it's not secret enough for us to actually say there's interesting
There's
stuff
some
coming.
good news coming, so there'll
Very
be,
soon too.
Obviously as always, new cars and updates and perhaps new drivers and so forth. So
Yes.
very positive news. Obviously 2020 was difficult for racing because obviously no one could race very much.
Yes.
But 2021 is looking very promising.
No, they're focused and being as premium as ever.
Absolutely. So, and as for me for this year, and what else do we have? I think we're almost at the end, really, for today, for the Christmas episode.
Christmas edition.
Absolutely.
So yes, Christmas Eve. Just some of you may be celebrating Christmas Eve dinner, probably preparing right now, or others are going to celebrate tomorrow, or the kids are going to be opening up their presents.
And we'll have another live next week on
Yes.
Thursday again, because Friday's going to be holiday again next week. So
New Year's Eve.
New Year's Eve. So we
Yes.
do another one on Thursday at
Yep.
2 p.m. next week.
Yep.
Will be special again. We don't know how. We don't know
Oh,
what.
we have to make it special.
Be
We've gotta
another
leave the year
blank
with a
page,
bang.
perhaps, but
Yes.
will be a good fun one.
Yes.
So be next Thursday live again. So make sure you join us and follow us through the week on our social. Put some comments. Show us your Christmas gifts.
Yes.
It'll be a good fun. So
Oh,
we
yeah,
could,
it would be.
we could do an episode on gifts,
Yes.
wanted and unwanted. That'll be a fun one. So let's see if there is any questions coming
Yep.
through.
Does anyone want us to show you anything at all? Any questions about anything we just showed you, or any other thing?
Definitely. Any questions? We got 60 seconds. 60 seconds, and then we'll
Count down.
count down. And then otherwise we'll respond next week. Let's see. Ian, Merry Christmas, Ian. Thank you for the message. How's your GT car going, Ian? Let us know. Have you built it yet? Actually, let me show you this one here, if you missed it before.
Oh, this is a must-have.
This is a must-have for your
Yeah.
GT car. It's actually just going to fit just
Look at
above
that.
this. Look at that. It's meant to be. So that's the GT body from Bittydesign. I think it's called 65, something like that.
765.
765, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
This will look so good on the track.
It's race, so you actually use it and it will race even faster with this one. Yes, so that's just arrived last night. So very nicely detailed body by Bittydesign as always. They've been stepping up their game recently with some of these bodies.
Oh, they have. Yep.
Very much detailed, more. They are really detailed. It's impressive what you can achieve with vacuum forming, and the level of detail they're able to put, maintaining the strength where it's needed. So all these details here are cosmetic, but are very, very important for strength.
Yeah, it's really clever. Particularly these channels here. Really stiff.
Yeah, so definitely important when you have a body of this size. If it's not stiff, it's gonna deflect and have a heap of problems. So really nice body. So all right then. So I think we are gonna finish up here for today.
Okay, sure.
Unless you have something else you want to say.
No, nothing comes to mind.
That's it then. That's time to finish up and close up the shop
Yes.
for Christmas. That
That's
was a
right. Yep.
very
So-
intense month.
Oh, it has been, yes. So, yeah, wishing everyone a very happy Christmas.
Happy Christmas to everyone.
Yes. Spend a bit of time with your families. A bit of a relaxing time. Too much food coma.
Absolutely.
And then back at it. So we'll be back here for some short hours on Boxing Day.
Yes.
And then straight into it until New Year's Eve.
Absolutely. So Merry Christmas everyone. Thanks you for watching.
Thanks
and
again.
see you next Thursday. Bye bye.
See you.